Hey guys, it's DanRobzProbz here and welcome to this little video showing off the brand new Magicá add-on. Yes, I've got early access as you can read there because I'm a YouTuber apparently. I don't know, I've been talking to SolvedDev and I'm really interested in it and I wanted to try it before everyone else and test for bugs and stuff. So that's what I've been doing today. And I thought I would make a little video to show you guys exactly what it's all about. And just because he's been so nice as well, I thought it'd be good for him, wouldn't it? So this actual add-on is out on Saturday, the 11th of August. So in 2 days from recording today. And yes, it comes with a resource pack and a behavior pack. Obviously you need to activate them for this to work. And also, for it to actually work, you actually have to put on the educational edition as well. But I believe in the version that should be full release on Saturday, it should say Magicá and you probably should flick it. Which is a really cool touch. I like that. But anyway, let's get in and I'll show you exactly what's going on here. So I spawned in on my little island, guys, and as you notice, I might not have a lot of health. Yes, I've been playing around with this stuff, obviously. And as you might have noticed already, above me, that says 1 like normal, but it's actually a purple bar. Now that is to represent a mana, because this is all about magic, okay? Now, I've got here some chests, and there's a bat in there, and I'll explain why in a minute. So this is what is the Magicá, okay? All about. So this is what everything is, I think. I might have missed a few things, but I don't think I have. But anyway, so this side we've got some special scrolls or books, okay? But they're called formulas. And over here we've got some blocks that you can craft. Here are some special stones. When you hold them in your hand and switch out to one of these infusible stones, you can actually use a magic spell, which is pretty cool and unique. I've never seen anything like this. So we've got some fire shards. These are used to actually craft these gems, which you need to use one of these infusion on a villager to change him into a wizard villager. And you can make some cool weapons as well that correspond to the different spells. So for the air one, this little dagger makes you run really fast. The earth one, that gives you some haste 3 I believe, which is pretty OP. Flame Strike just protects you from fire, and the water cut one, I'll show you, look, it just gives you water breathing whenever you hold it in your hand. And obviously it gives you loads of health as well, which is lovely. So yeah, I could just go in here now, and I won't have air bubbles, which is pretty cool, right? What's really cool about this add-on, nothing actually gets replaced, apart from 2 spawn eggs, that's all I can tell from what I've looked at so far. But it's not really a biggie because when you're in Survive, you don't really have spawn eggs anyway. So yeah, let's show you some of these spells so I can show you what's actually going on here. But it gets quite complicated because the game recognizes when you're holding something in your hand. So what I'm going to do is just leave all these up like this and take a whole stack of them and just take these other 2 stacks, okay? So first of all, we've got the water gem. Now you can see, look, there's the bar above my hotbar is actually charging. So that's how much time, when it's like illuminated, that's how much time you've got to use the spell, okay? Now, the way you use this is, you can see it's actually activated as well because of the particle effects popping up. So obviously this is the water one, there's water particles. Lovely, I think. So the way you use it is you just throw this as if it was a snowball or an ender pearl or an egg. And look, you can see if I throw it now, I actually get it back to me, okay? And it doesn't actually use up until you go over it and then you go to throw it again. Okay? It's pretty easy to understand. Once you've played around with it, you get used to it. But imagine this with PvP, and I can hear it drown somewhere. I'm scared. I might have to use one of these on him in a minute. So what I can gather from this, the water gem actually gives you slowness, okay? But it didn't seem to work then. I don't know why. There we go. So it gives you about 20 odd seconds of slowness. I don't know what happened there. Glitch. Which is okay, but I don't... For me, it's not the one that's the best. There's one that's the best, and that's this one. I love it. And the air one's pretty good as well, I must admit. So this is the fire gem. You might have guessed this one already. If you throw that, I can't see. If you throw that, it just summons fire, basically. Not the greatest again, but it's pretty good. It's pretty useful, I guess. But I imagine a lot of these would be amazing for PvP, really. Not really the survival aspect. But the crafting side and the weapons are good for PvP. You know what I mean, for survival. I'm getting messed up with my words here. So the air gem, I'm going to have to grab myself some sort of mob. Let's go for a skeleton, because he's going to burn anyway. There for something else in a minute. So let's try and do this. Summon him, hold that, and we're going to throw it. And there you go. That is awesome, isn't it? Here we go, we do it again. Whee! Dead. And you can notice, this is why I had those mobs in there. They actually drop those special scrolls, okay? So witches and skeletons only drop them, okay? They're not scrolls, Dan, they're fusion books. Get it right. That is right, yeah? Formula books, sorry. I'm really sorry. SolvedDev. I'm trying. It's just so many things. So that's the air one. And then Magicá is the highest tier, okay? So think of it as like diamond stage, okay? With crafting. Once you throw this one, it actually does like the dragon's breath. Now you heard my bat dying there. I need to summon some more bats now. But yeah, it's exactly the same as dragon's breath, like area effect cloud, but it gives you the wither effect, okay? Other than that, that's all that does. Pretty useful. You can hear that drowned again. But by far, this one is the best. Here we go. The earth gem. Look at this. It's like a sticky grenade. I love it. I think that is so good. It is genuinely like a sticky grenade. Let's throw a couple. Wow, it actually goes down with that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Anyway, I'll put them away and I'll continue on. So, when you kill withers, you get wither bones, okay? And I'm going to have to use one of these OP swords to do this, because else I'm going to die. I've got no armor on. So we're going to chuck a couple of these out. And he's only dropped the sword. And there we go. Whoa, I got a wither skull as well. No way. It's pretty rare. So I actually got a wither's bones. Now use wither bones, and you craft bone meal, and then you can craft a soul smasher, okay? Now use the soul smasher, mix with the spirit dust and the soul dust to craft, what is it again? Bear with me. Hang on. I'll tell you what, it's probably easier if I just make the villager first. It's like I say, there's quite a lot going on here. So what you can do now, which is pretty cool with these scrolls, or formulas, you can transform a chicken's. I'm going to put it into game mode C for this, so I can do a couple. So we've got chickens in here. You just click on them, and he actually transforms into a villager right in front of your eyes. Now, I do not want to open up his hotbar for this, because if you want to make a magician or a wizard, you need to obviously infuse him, but you don't want to open up his trades, because otherwise it just messes it up. So if I just chuck that on him, then he becomes the new villager type, which is a magician, okay? So like I was saying, you need some shards, which I'll explain how you get them in a minute, to craft these special gems, okay? Like I said, wither bones to bone meal, and then you can make the soul smasher. And then, yeah, you can use them to craft the weapons. Oh, right, okay. So then you mix the two types, okay? And then you get the spirit gem. And then same again with this, and then you get a soul gem. Now what you can do with them is actually capture bats with spirit gems, and you can capture villagers with soul gems. And yes, you can summon them again, which is pretty cool. But then you use that plus the soul smasher to get the dust, and then use those two to make the Magicá shards, okay? And that's how that works. Now I don't really know what the shard pieces are for as such yet. Oh no, yeah. It's one of the most important things. What an idiot. Sorry. And yeah, and then you can obviously craft the blocks, which the blocks do special stuff as well. But the Magicá block, top secret, guys. We don't know what that does yet. If anyone can figure it out, let me know. But SolvedDev's being quiet to me. You won't tell me what it is. I think he wants me to work it out. As for these two, I don't believe they work. And the slowness one. I've tried it on villagers, but they don't seem to work. So we're going to go and do time, set, day. Get rid of the horrible night. And what I'm going to do is go back in my little box. Oh, there is still a bat in there. Right, okay. I can explain this better then. So we're going to grab the spirit gem. Obviously the soul gem works for the villagers. We go in here. And this is just solely for crafting the Magicá. So all you do is click on the bat. If I can click on him. There we go. And that's it. Now he's captured. And then I can just summon him again like that, look, if I wanted. Okay. Obviously I'm in creative, so it's not using up. Everything in this add-on is renamed, which is amazing. It's no more astronomic add-on, you know, like his previous one. So I don't know what he's done there, but he's been very clever. And these special blocks. Now I'm going to show you actually how you obtain, you know, like the beginnings of this, the shards, okay? So I've got night vision on, and there is actually a special ore there, isn't there? Now that's not in the game, is it? Now the way you break these or collect them is by using an iron pickaxe, okay? Now as you can hear, it is actually just a shulker, but I don't know if you can actually remove the sounds of that, because that would be better really, but I guess if you can hear that, you know there's one around. So the way you get this, so I'll go in game mode S, is obviously just walk up to it with an iron pickaxe and mine it. Whoa, a baby zombie came out of it. And then I've got myself a earth shard, which is my personal favourite. 3 of them makes a gem. So literally we just need to go run around until we can find one. Here we go. Let's see if I can find one naturally, rather than using command. There's an ender pearl there. Oh, I can hear one, guys. There we go. There's a pinky. Not pink. That's light blue. I believe that's earth then, is it? Oh, I got 2 from that. Yeah, earth shard. Nice. Come here, zombie. Right, I've set myself back into survival because I want to show you this in action. So this is the blocks, okay, guys? So obviously, when you get enough gems and stuff, you can craft these blocks. It's only 4, I believe. Now, each one has different abilities, okay? Now, this is the fire one, okay? Now, I got some things in here to show you what it does. So, this is a bit of a random one. I've done this from worst to best, if you like. So, yeah, this fire one just removes snow, like melts it, as if it was like a torch sort of thing. I don't really understand the point of that one. I don't feel like that's very beneficial, if you know what I mean. It would be cool if that set like mobs on fire, like certain mobs. I don't know, like spiders, for instance. I don't know. But yeah, eventually they will melt. But other than that, guys, it doesn't do anything else. See, that just disappeared then, and they will update and break. Anyway, onto the earth one. So this one's pretty cool. They get better, trust me. So I'm going to set this to midnight, okay? And now I'm going to spawn some zombies. And watch what happens when I spawn zombies next to the earth block. Wow, I can only spawn 1. Yeah, it just gets hurt, guys. So all of these blocks are in like radiuses, okay? It's pretty cool. So you could plonk a lot of these around a village and your village would be protected, right? If you had villagers everywhere. But I wanted to show you as well, drowned and husk, they do not work for this. Well, you spawned with a trident. Yeah, they don't work with that at all. So I'm just going to kill them. Goodbye. So we're going to go in this one now. So this is the air one, okay. Now this one's pretty cool. Again, I've only got 1 skeleton to show you this because I'm in survival. So what the air block does is whenever there's a skeleton near it, it will just levitate. Which is very random. Bye bye. Bye. Yeah, he'll come back down. He won't die. But this, again, it doesn't work with the skeletons. But they're actually going to attack me now, aren't they? Get out. That was close. Whew. Now this one is probably by far my favourite one because you know how I am with creepers. And I'm just going to set it to day. So this actually protects you from creepers, guys. I don't know the radius for this, but watch this. Creepers there. Yeah, there's some stuff coming out of him that shouldn't be. Ignore that. So if I punch him, look at that. It didn't even blow up. Ignore all these massive curve items. SolvedDev's just put something on for me with creepers, so I can get all the items easier. So yeah, that obviously made an explosion, but nothing actually happened. So that is the water one. Now that is probably mix that with the earth one. I think they are awesome as a defender block, which is pretty cool. And then lastly, I don't actually know what this one does, but because of that, I've saved it to last because it's got to be the best if I don't know what it does. But yeah, maybe you guys know in the comments section maybe what it does. I don't know. He's keeping it quiet from me, and you can see over there the ice has actually melted. But anyway, guys, I'm DanRobzProbz. I hope that's enough to understand what's going on here. It's a lot to take in, and I don't know, SolvedDev, you've worked very well on this. Thanks very much for making this. And release is out on the 11th on Saturday. So anyway, I'm DanRobzProbz. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.